What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is another video for the Operation Sports channel. This is my second video. Previously, I had done one on Isaac Bonga and called him a must-buy player. And when I made that video, he was 4,000 MT. Right now, he's around 10k MT, and he still, in my opinion, is a must-buy player in NBA 2K20. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about an extremely underrated card. Like, this card is severely underrated, and honestly, this card will give you almost all of what all the other elite wings will give you in this game. And that card is this new Brent Barry card that just came out. So, I know you guys might be wondering, is Brent Barry expensive? Is Brent Barry cheap? He's cheap. If he wasn't cheap, if you guys watch my channel, I very rarely recommend expensive cards. The only expensive card I have in my squad is Dwayne Wade. And if you guys know about the power of Dwayne Wade, then you kind of know why I have him. But other than that, I don't really think there's any reason for any other cards. So, Brent Barry, I picked my ones up yesterday. I think I sniped one of them for 9,200, 9,300. Right now, he's probably... Oh, wow, he's actually gone up. So, oh, I have this enabled. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a little bit of sense. I'm like, no way is he that. So, he's actually gone down in price since yesterday. So, he's finishing at 10k and no one's buying him. So, again, this card is really cheap. 9k. Like, I picked mine up for 9k and I thought I got him for a steal. Evidently not. Evidently not. So for 8,650, you are getting Brent Barry. So if you guys are looking at Brent Barry's stats, he honestly is as good as some of the elite cards in the game. Especially because my team isn't about who has the most total stats. If that was the case, Wes Unseld would be one of the best cards in the game. It is not necessarily about who has the most total badges. It is about key stats and key badges, and that's what Brent Barry has. First of all, apparently he's 244 pounds, which I kind of have a hard time believing. But if you look at his stats and badges, so badges, catch and shoot, corner specialist, difficult shots, tireless shooter, lob city finisher. He's got range and quick draw Hall of Fame, which are extremely important, as well as clamps Hall of Fame. These are some of the most important badges that you can get in the game. I'm not going to lie, like flexible release as well, Hall of Fame. Again, flexible release does not matter too much if you are a good player. It does help you hit spikes though if you're a good player. And it does help when you lag spike on a shot. Got Hall of Fame Pogo, so you can spam triangle if he is caught in the post. Hall of Fame tight handles, Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame downhill. And then look at his goal badge as well. Fancy footwork, Intimidator, which is, like, you can't be understated how important Intimidator is for a player. Got Pick Dodger as well. Dimer, Floor General, and Acrobat. But the key stats, again, are huge. So for a small forward, especially when you're likely to play the 2B 6'7", post stats don't really matter. They're nice to have, they don't really matter. Got a great driving layup, great 3 in mid-range shot, and great dunk. Also has got 86 ball handle. Anything above 86 doesn't make too much difference. 86 is all you need. Good passing stats. Got really good perimeter defense. Okay, but not great steal. Actually has pretty nice interior defense as well, and decent block, and with that pogo stick helps. Got really good speed, super ball, and acceleration for a 10k MT card that can shoot the lights out. 88, 87, 88 is perfectly usable, and 92 lateral quickness is really nice, as well as a vertical of 98, so almost a perfect vertical. So we're looking at a card right here that honestly, stats-wise, is right up there at the best, and there's a reason why I'm using him in my squad like this. So in reality, would I keep him in over Julius Erving? Maybe, maybe not. But to be completely honest, he doesn't seem much worse than Wiggins. He does not seem that much worse than Wiggins. Like, I've compared both of them. Wiggins is just 3 times the price. And I really like Wiggins. I just prefer Brent Barry. I am not gonna lie. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. Now we're going to go over his hot zones and release. And then we're going to play a few games of TTO. And I can show you guys just how good Brent Barry is and why he's so good. So Brent Barry's in hot zones everywhere on the floor. And the release is so cash. It does definitely take a little bit of time to get used to. It is really fast. But I'm telling you, it is definitely worth it once you get used to it. Meter on, meter off, it's fine. Personally, I prefer meter on. Most people will tell you that meter off is better. But again, for me anyway, it is just complete preference at this stage because players shoot so well and there's so little of a gap now between meter on, meter off that it doesn't make that much of a difference. But the release is so easy to time. Not only that, when he gets to the basket, he doesn't seem to do dumb things with dunks. And I'm saying it right now. What I mean by that is he doesn't seem to get blocked by cocking it back too much that often. Like, that type of dunk animation doesn't get blocked at all because he's not bringing it behind his head. They're the type of dunk animations that do get blocked. And I know that one there was, but in game, I have not yet been blocked from behind using Brent Barry, which is actually a really good thing. So obviously he has cocked it back a couple of times there, but from my experience anyway, I have not noticed it at all. But yeah, so honestly in Brent Barry you've got a moderate, or not moderately, a fairly fast card that's a moderately good defender by today's standard, still can lock people up, and also can shoot the lights out and shoot with the best of them for 9k MT. So yeah, like that is just kind of insane. A card this good is that cheap. But anyway, now it's Grim 3. And now let's get on to the games. Just going to try to do the easiest thing to do in the game, and it's just rimroll with him, see what he does. Okay, we got clamped up right there. Just fine. Just fine. Let's just get him in a screen roll. Come off that. Quick stop there, and green to 3. So we are coming up against a quite nice team right here, so you will be able to see what he's all about in the offensive end. Defensive end, the way I play, switch constantly between on ball, off ball, go for baits and lanes, but my defense in TTO is really not great, but all I want to really do is score, and it's a complete sell right there. I don't know how I shot it very early on that one, but it doesn't make too much of a difference anyway. I'm pretty confident going to win this game. Just get some space, rim run baseline, and just look at that speed. He's too fast for him, especially on this game mode. I've had a lot of success with him in Unlimited. I'm telling you, in TTO, he has been an absolute revelation. Especially on one of my other no money spent accounts where really I've just kind of got a starter team, but he has been a complete revelation for that squad. Look at that. Look at that, over Manute Bol. Yeah, let's see what he does off the screen. Once we connect, quick stop into the 3, and that's green. I'm telling you, he is straight cash once you get the release down here for Brent Barry. Especially because you are paying 9k MT for him. Is he better than, I don't know, the likes of T-Mac or anything? No. But is he better than pretty much anything else you're getting for 9,000 MT in this game? Hell yeah. This card is legit. There are so many things that this card does well. It's a terrible release by me, and he still goes and hits the white. He still goes and hits it. His one negative is the post game. And I don't necessarily think that's that much of a negative for a 2-guard. I don't, because, again, not the best defensive stats, but he's got good lateral quickness, and he can get bumpy with people. Once you get bumpy with someone, then that's all that matters. That's a bad miss right there. We should have been able to green that. So, once I can get a bump here, and I have clamps, it doesn't really matter what the overall defense stats are of the card. Once you have clamps and you can bump, the card is going to be good. Alright, so let's stutter step and baseline. Just rim run right here. Yeah, that's great defense there by Manute Bol. Yeah, let's see. Will set him a screen, and Will connect. Will connects. Okay, you see that? Draws 2 of them, and I press the wrong button. Doesn't make too much of a difference. Let's see if they step under. Which they don't, but it's all good. We got the rim run. Kick to Will Chamberlain in the corner. Green. There we go. He's got pretty good passing stats. I think he's at Dimer, or at least some version of Dimer right there. Getting in that passing line right there. But that's the thing about this game. The whole, as much as people like to call it cheesing, a lot of the game is based around the ability to just drive and kick, just draw doubles. While it may not be the exact way people do it in real life, it's the same principles as basketball. You look for the highest percentage shot, which, considering it's an extra point, is probably a 3-point shot that's wide open. Then the next highest percentage shot is a rim run to the basket. You try to draw doubles and you kick. So that is a big, big part of this game. That's about Megan Reid. So honestly, he can draw those doubles. He can go by people. He can do pretty much everything that a 300k MT card can do. Maybe slightly worse, but he can do everything. I'm not going to necessarily say he's the greatest peekaboo shooter off screens. He's the greatest quick stop shooter. I'm not necessarily going to say he's the greatest defender in the world, but you know what? He can do it all. He can do everything, and at 9k MT, he is another one that is a must pick up for budget guys. And to be honest, you can probably tactically downgrade almost any one of your players. I'm playing this game live. I'm not the most focused right now. I'm talking about everything this card does right now while torching a guy with 2 opals and Manute Bol. Using him. He's expecting the jump shots. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rim run and jam on Paul George for the game. He's not just a shooter. He's a dunker as well with that 97 dunk and 98 vertical. He can rim run with the best of them. He can shoot with the best of them. And you know what? He's a pretty good defender as well. So, honestly, this is a card you need to pick up. So anyway, that is the video. Honestly, I am telling you guys right now, There are certain things you need your two guards to do, and Brent Barry can do every one of them for 9k MT. Yeah, there is definitely better options. I'm not saying this is the greatest card in the game. But what I'm going to tell you guys is that you are probably better off saving your MT instead of running with, I don't know, a 200k 2-guard. Instead of running with a Clyde Drexler. You may as well run with a Brent Barry and use that 200k and put that towards a point guard Giannis. To put that towards a Shaq. A card that will be a game changer. Whereas Brent Barry is the equivalent of most of the Oppo wings in the game. Maybe a slight downgrade, but for its price, it probably should be a slight downgrade. It should be a massive downgrade, but it's only a slight downgrade.